Welcome back to Good Morning Black Hills. Before we begin to ramp up the show, we have one more interview for you. This morning we are joined by an organization whose goal for 50 years has been to end hunger in South Dakota. And to tell you more about that milestone is Feeding South Dakota CEO Lori Dykstra. So first of all, how are you doing this morning, Lori?
I'm doing great.
That's excellent to hear. Kind of starting off here, it's 50 years, right? So as long as you've been the CEO, how has that looked like?
Yeah, this 50-year milestone has been amazing. We started out in 1975 in Sioux Falls with the Sioux Falls Ministerial Association starting a food pantry. Shortly after, here in Rapid City, the Rapid City Food Bank opened in 1983. And then the two merged together a few years later, and now we have this organization that covers the entire state, all 66 counties.
And how has that change kind of, at least for you, how have you seen that change impact the lives of the people of South Dakota?
Yeah, merging these two organizations together meant that we could pool our resources and better serve those communities, especially the rural communities. They're a little tougher for us to get to at times.
And kind of regarding, those rural communities, there's a lot here in the state. So how has Feeding South Dakota worked to kind of be able to provide that for them?
Yeah, and the state of hunger has changed. We've seen that increase. We had a peak during COVID. We knew that a lot of people were seeking our services, but that number continues to rise here in South Dakota. So we have more families needing our services today. And
you mentioned rise. If you don't mind me asking, what are those numbers that are, average? Right
yeah,
now?
We've continued to see a rise in all of our programs, but overall we saw another 3.6% increase over year last year in 2024. And we continue to see more families in our food line, even working families.
And if some of our viewers are interested in learning more about Feeding South Dakota, or maybe learning about how they can help themselves, where can they go? Where should they go to kind of learn more about the organization or to even help out?
Yeah, well, one of the great ways you can get involved right now as part of our anniversary, you can become a 605 Meal Maker, which is a program where you can donate $50 a month, and that provides 150 meals for families. That's 1,800 meals a year, and just to put that in perspective, last year we served 11.7 million meals here in South Dakota. You can find out more about that by going to feedingsouthdakota.org and check it out. There's a lot of other ways you can get involved as well.